welcome to Driven It. Tinker time. I've just had to replace Douglas's oil pressure sensor and gauge. One, because when I did some work and took it off, I tightened up the sensor wire and broke it. And I thought, do you know what? I'm going to try one of those 2-in-1 bits, because I've had the one bolt, which is there with one sensor wire, and the adapter. And the adapter, I was like, I'm always a bit suspect. And also, his oil pressure gauge used to read really high when it was cold, and then when you get warm, it would come really, really low down and be reading almost non-existent. Though the oil pressure sensor, that's the original Volkswagen part, never gave a problem, never told me that anything was untoward. So I thought, I'm going to try those 2-in-1s. However, I bought a 2-in-1, and it was a quality part. See, this one I bought here at Troop from, the magical garage of eBay. So I bought this one here, which was a little bit more expensive, and it didn't work, which was really bloody annoying, because I fitted it, it didn't work. And to be honest with you, when stuff comes from eBay, sometimes you just go, do you know what, I can't be asked to send it back, because it's more of a bloody hassle than anything else. So I thought, right, I'll buy another one. But I bought one from a different seller, and I've just put it in, and it works. And the oil pressure now comes up about halfway. I haven't actually got him running warm because he's in the garage, and I'm going to die if I start him up. So I thought, because I can't be asked to open the doors, it's hot, it's cold. And the garage is actually quite warm now because I've had the heat on. So I'm like, yeah. However, I've often wondered what is inside these sensors. So I'm going to cut one open. And if I bugger it up, then we've got another one to cut through. So I'm going to cut through. I don't know where to cut through, really. Well, that goes there, that goes there. Let's just cut it here, shall we? And we'll see what... Oh, bloody hell. And we shall see what happens. Now, I don't know if this is going to work, because trying to cut something cylindrical on a vice, which doesn't always work, is not good. Anyway, if I can, I'm going to try and... Oh, fucking hell. Okay, well, that's... Yeah, right, okay. Well, we're going to cut section by section to do this. So I'm going to speed up the filming, because otherwise it's really boring. And I'll see you on the other side. Well, there we go. I've taken it apart. That's what it's like inside. There's only one wire, because this is a pressure gauge. No, it's not a bloody gauge. I keep calling it a gauge. It's not a gauge. It is a sensor. That's it. We'll just call it a sensor. Anyway, so that there, this little wire here, I don't know if you can see that. Probably. That is your sensor wire, and then it's attached to this resistor wire thing, pack assist, which if you look, it goes way, it goes across. So when you start up, well, when you start, there's it there, no pressure, and then it goes, lots of pressure, and then it sort of bounces around up and down as it sort of reads your oil pressure. However, you sort of go, well, it's not very oily inside. How does it work? Well, in here, oil under pressure comes in here, and it pushes, there's a plunger. Now, I've taken a photo, and I'll try and pop it up there to show you. It's really, really difficult, but I'll try and point it out here as well. Oh, hang on, camera's going off. There is, I don't know if you can see it, there is a plunger somewhere in the middle where the tip of the screwdriver is. It's probably a bit blurry now, I do apologise. But in there, is a plunger that comes up under pressure. As it comes up under pressure, it then moves this system here. So that's quite clever, and it's not really, to be honest with you, not really a lot of resistance in that, but yeah. But as I say, I had to replace Douglas's because I broke the nut off because I tightened it up too tight. That's what they should look like, one of those, and that's what happened because I over tightened it with a pair of pliers. Don't. They are really, really thin and delicate, and you only need a little tightener. And yeah, so as I say, I had to replace it because this one I just wasn't convinced. And even a friend of mine said, the oil pressure's all over the place with this thing. And it shouldn't be, because that thing's got a maxi pump. Still makes me laugh, because I think a maxi pad's a bit wet. And yeah, so that should have really good oil pressure, which we know it has, because when we started it up, bloody hell, was that last year? Must be almost last year. No, it's not. Anyway, when we started it up, we discovered it had a little bit too much oil pressure because the oil pressure relief valve had got stuck. And then it went boom, and then dumped about 4 litres all over the garage floor as we tried to break the cam in. So yeah, that was quite exciting. And that was the second attempt, because the first attempt, one of the carburettors decided, oh, I'm just going to piss out fuel from the inlet. And it was just like, great, brand new carburettors. See, VW parts, I tell you now, if you have got an old dub, do buy with caution, and when you fit them, don't expect results first time, because some of the quality is utter dog shit. Anyway, I hope you sort of enjoyed that. I have, really. I like cutting things apart. If things are broken in your car, do you know what? Take them apart, cut them open, see what goes on inside, because it really is quite fascinating, and it gives you a little extra idea of what's going on. Because I tell you now, mechanical sympathy is quite something, and it's a lot that the youngsters don't have. Because, I've just worked out something else here, I'll tell you in a second. Because they don't have mechanical sympathy, because they really don't. Now, this one with the 2 pins, I've just worked out where it is. There is a second, I've got to tap the back of the camera so I can see what's going on. There is a second wire thingy here. Can you see that? Like a set of contacts. Now that earths itself. So the oil pressure works on these things is that when it's earthed, it then puts a light on because the dashboard is permanently live. So this is where the earth is. So when there is lots of pressure, that comes up and it goes, yep, you've got oil pressure because it's broken the circuit. But when it then has no oil pressure, it touches this, earths itself, brings on the light. So this I took off because I broke it, as we said, but also because it kept giving false readings. However, I've got a feeling this was utter dog shit, this part, because if it's sort of, there is no gauge here where 50 psi, 80 psi, 70 psi, 20 psi, but it would go down to almost 0 when I was running, when it got hot. But if it did that, then of course then it would earth and then bring on the oil pressure light, but it didn't. So I've got a feeling that this was from the Parts Emporium eBay, which is dog shit. So yes, also if you buy bits off eBay, as well as buying bits for your Volkswagen, just sometimes don't expect the best, and if you can, buy from proper places, because you are pretty much guaranteed to get a better one. Because actually, no, I lied. That one I bought there, I have bought from a proper race and rally shop, because I was fed up with this, because that was an expensive one that was dog shit, and this one was just a cheap dog shit. But it was only to see what happens, really, because I just wanted to piss around with it. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that. I have. As I say, I love taking things apart. And yeah, anyway, mind you go. Take care. See you soon.